please, just please, do change your password from password 123 to something much more complicated. To be fair, I can guarantee one of you viewers, your passwords is something related to your birthday, or maybe something related to a loved one, or maybe something that's related to somebody's date of birth, or a location where you are born, or where your mother or father was born, or their maiden names, or like all of these security questions that come up. Just change your password. Thank you. Hello everyone, my name is Jutan Al Ahmed. Today I'm going to be discussing password, not past words, password best practices. As you guys just heard a bit earlier, those are stuff which can be basically extracted through a technique called social engineering. Social engineering is basically engineering the social people. Basically, when you're extracting information from somebody using, I don't know, certain questions, or there's basically many social engineering techniques. I won't get into that right here, but it can be extracted just even through a conversation. Yeah, that's just one thing to clarify here. I need to stop you right here. If you haven't got two-factor authentication already, you need it. You need it. There's nothing more to discuss. You need to have two-factor authentication. I would recommend getting a security key, but even a bare minimum of having Google Authenticator, or Authy, or Microsoft Authenticator, anything like this, you need it. That's just something that I need to mention right now before we even fully get started into the video. So I personally think password best practices all firstly revolve around how important the access to that specific thing is to you. If it's access to your local grocery shop, that's obviously very low in priority. And if it's access to, I don't know, a government website, I don't know, your HMRC website, or like your government ID website, that's obviously very high. Why? It's got so much more personal information than a silly grocery website. I say silly, but yeah, you need food to live. Anyway, password best practices also revolve around how much time are you willing to invest into logging into an account. So the more time it normally would take, the higher the security is. Luckily, well, I would say, like, for example, with the security key, it's so much quicker, but setting it up isn't. It takes time to set it up, and once it's set up, yeah, it is very quick. Or is it? Because you need to remember where the hell the security key is. I need to keep it with me, this and that. Obviously, you can watch my security key YubiKey review, and you can understand how I've set my one up, in the sense of how I keep my one with me at all times and how I keep it. Another thing you need to realize is how valuable is that information to you. So let's start with the best practices. First and foremost, as I've already said 50 times, two-factor authentication is essential. Let's move on. I would highly recommend always having passwords which are 20 character plus. This is just something that I highly recommend. Now, the question is, I want to make it's not the question, I basically want to make your life easier. How would you keep a 20 character password? I normally keep over 30, so good luck hacking me. But yeah, and if you do, congratulations, lol. I should give you a prize, lol. Anyways, I should make a competition. Anyways, so basically, 20 character passwords, how would you do this? Normally it'd be randomized, fully randomized. You would keep something called a password manager. This is one way to go about it. I don't know if everybody would be tech savvy enough to do that, or they'd even want to, because it does take some effort. The best way, in my opinion, to have over 20 characters is make it something like, today I will subscribe to Jabin Zala, hashtag 2024. That's definitely over 20 characters, lol. So basically, making a sentence, you can make a sentence. If you make a sentence, it's very highly unlikely that somebody is going to be hacking into this, well, getting into your whatever it is that you're trying to prevent access from. Also, using lowercase keys, higher case keys, special characters. For example, that hashtag there, the special character, and for example, keeping the I am today, the T at the beginning, the first part of the letter, or even the last, as a capital letter, right? A uppercase letter. I would also recommend having an exclamation mark at the beginning of a password. This is a good thing to have. Why? In coding terms, that means do not. So sometimes when you try and go into like accounts and on the database level, when you put the explanation mark, it basically means do not search, do not do this, right? So sometimes there's some systems which it doesn't work on unless they've obviously fixed that, and it could work on that. But another thing is having percentage marks at the front and end of your password. What does that do? That makes it into a wildcard. It's like you tell the database, search for this, rather than this is my password. Obviously, this doesn't work everywhere. You can put these and a password would work. It's just if there was somebody trying to get unauthorized access, normally you wouldn't put in these percentage marks because it's a wild card, right? But yeah, so that's one. Well, a few best practices there. Another one is, rather than just having a sentence, have randomized words. For example, as you guys know, I'm a crypto fanatic, lol. The BIP39 is a 2048 random different words, and you can have 24 seed phrases to make a private key. Similarly, you can have, I don't know, say 6 different words, 8 different words as your password. That obviously exceed the 20 character threshold. I don't know why I said obviously twice, but anyways, so for example, having random words: bunny, dog, caterpillar, camera, FX3, J Benzala, human, animal, lighting, hat, just random words, putting them together and memorizing it. Obviously, if you have a lot of accounts, memorizing isn't something that's very easy to do. Therefore, this is when I do recommend having a password manager. There's stuff like Keychain as well, Apple Keychain. This is excellent. They actually create strong passwords for you. You can use that as well, which is something that I would recommend as well, especially if you have two-factor authentication. Why? Having a strong password and then two-factor authentication is pretty much, it's difficult to hack. Let's put it this way. I'm not going to say it's unhackable, because everything is hackable, trust me. It's just much more difficult to get in. One other main aspect of good practice is changing your password regularly. This sounds so draining, and it is. But changing it every 30 days or even 90 days, or I know you get lazy, everybody does. Even changing it every 6 months, that's still better than not changing it at all, right? So changing your password regularly is something that's important. Why? Because then having access and getting access to it makes the process much more difficult. Another thing actually is using a generator, randomized generator with special characters, all of this involved. As I said, the password manager would be something that would help you do this rather than you randomly figuring stuff out. Because there's another thing, psychologically, we say and do stuff in a certain way, whereas a bot, hopefully with good randomization, would do it much better than a human, even using no AI to just randomize something. Obviously, you don't need to go into that much technicality of AI, this and that. You can literally just use a password manager. These normally have these random generation tools already built in. The vast majority of people would highly recommend using multiple authentication methods. So for example, on your account having a password, then having Google Authentication, having SMS, or having your text. I am like the opposite sort of person. I only recommend having your security key, so a hardware device like this, having this as your only two-factor authentication method. Why? The reason is because this minimizes the amount of ways to access your account, and this I think is very, very important. So having just a security key means they need a physical device, and they need to basically have your device to even log in to your account. This to me is very, very important. I hope the best practices that I've given, the top tips of my tips anyways, is good enough. If you did enjoy this video, do pop a thumbs up and do subscribe to my channel. Click on that notification bell button, and hopefully you'll get notifications of when I upload videos. Do subscribe. Many of my viewers that are viewing, from the statistics that I get, it's like 98% are not subscribed and like 2% are. So please do subscribe. I truly, truly appreciate it. And lastly, let's not forget, together, let's break free from the shackles of modern slavery. Just a PS here. Do comment down below if you think you know why I'm laughing. Anyways, I'll speak to you soon. Take care all. Bye-bye. Oh, hi there. You're still here? Wow. You must enjoy watching my videos. Or maybe you're not even subscribed to my channel. Mind blown. That's my mind, lol. Anyways, if you're not, do subscribe to my channel and like my video if you liked it. Hopefully you did, since you're still here. Anyway, lastly, let's not forget, together, let's break free from the shackles of modern slavery. See you all next time. Take care. Bye bye. I sound a bit robotic.